Hey everyone, Hassan here, and I got another Ressha Sentai ToQger review for you today. This is probably my last ever ToQger review. I just don't think there's anything else coming out that I'm gonna buy. It's pretty much it. We've gotten all of the main mecha and everything has been released, and I've gotten them all, but this is one of the more premium items. This is the deluxe, no, the DX Shadow Ressha Cryner Robo. So this thing here is a part of the special Super Sentai Artisan line, which is more for collectors. It's much more high-end. This thing is pretty pricey, and this is the Cryner train that they use, that the I forget the name of the guy in ToQger, but this is basically the bad guy train, just to put it in simple terms. And it's an exclusive, like, collector item. It's not really a part of the main line, so that's why it's a bit more premium, a bit more expensive and everything. And here's the little packaging right here. I'm gonna do a quick little unboxing of sorts, and then I'll kind of transition into my full review. So similar to the Super Sentai Artisan, the light rail set, which was the tracks that light up and everything, and the little joints for the ToQo, that is also under the Super Sentai Artisan line. And they also did like a die-cast version of ToQo, which I did not get that one, but this is what I got here. And so pretty basic, like, outside box. This is not the main package, but this is a part of the package. Everything else is kind of plain. So I'm going to open this up here, and then we'll take a look at the actual main package inside. I'll kind of slide this out here once I get it open. Okay. Ooh, looks very nice. All right, this looks really cool. Look at that. That is a really cool box right there. So this says, let's see, Kurogain Henkei Schwartz. So this is General Schwartz. Cryner Robo. So I guess that's the name of the actual robot there. Pretty cool. So you got the little logo there, and they have kind of a similar design as the box. If anybody had seen the one for the die-cast version of ToQo, it kind of had like half of the toy, then half of kind of like the little outline blueprint sort of thing. But it looks pretty interesting. Definitely pretty cool looking box there. The bottom just has a bunch of stuff I don't understand. The side here says the same thing right there. And there's that. It's on the other side, so same thing there. The top of the box shows, so Super Sentai Artisan, and that's the train right there. And the other side of the box also looks pretty epic right here. Look at that. So you have the nice, really cool looking logo there, and here's the actual Robo, which looks great. So really cool packaging. Definitely really neat looking. I do like it for sure. So let's, without further ado, let's just open this thing up and do like a little quick unboxing. So this is exciting. This thing is, like I said, a premium item, so it is pretty pricey. I don't want to give any specific prices because depending on where you get it from, I got mine from Image Anime, but depending on where you get yours from, the prices may fluctuate and everything, but it's definitely a premium item. It's, to give you a hint, this is going to be close in the 200 range roughly, so it's very pricey. But yeah, I mean, pretty cool box. So you got your, instructions right here, and here's the item in the package right there. Really cool. All right, let's open this up. Is there tape there? I think there is. I'll just cut all the pieces of tape here just so I can get this off. All right. So there's a lot of different pieces here. So first of all, ooh, look at that. Here's one of the parts of the train. This looks so great. Oh man, the detail on this thing is amazing. I'll do an up-close review again in just a little bit. I just want to kind of just show you out of the packaging how it looks. Oh, this is awesome. Really cool. So definitely, I mean, it's a premium item, but it looks premium for sure. It doesn't, at least this piece is not like die cast or anything. It's not too heavy. It's kind of like the same normal weight as most of the other Ressha. There's this piece here. So do keep that in mind, but it still looks fantastic. So pretty cool. You got these pieces right here, the hands. Pretty sweet. Alright, look at that. Nice and shiny. We got like the horns right here. Oops, that fell down. Pretty cool. And then these pieces here, which I guess these are like the shoulder pads for the Robo. So yeah, so that's that. That's a quick little unboxing. Those are all the pieces there. First impressions are this thing looks pretty great. It looks awesome, so I'm excited about that. So let me now, I'm going to kind of mess around with this and learn how this works. And so let's kind of take a look. Alright, here it is out of the box. This thing looks awesome. I put it all together and it looks really cool. So let's kind of take an up close look at it right now. Let's get that box out of the way. And this thing is long. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces to it basically. So it rolls really nicely, first of all. There's plenty of wheels on the bottom there to make it roll really nicely. So you should have no problem with that. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, the design of this thing is pretty cool looking. It definitely looks nice and, you know, dark and evil with the design there. But I mean, it looks really cool looking though, for sure. I am loving this thing. This is awesome. So it's almost half, like it's almost symmetrical, except there are some slight differences in the middle. Obviously, this one is kind of facing, it's almost like wings, like facing backwards there. The little helmet, little piece in the middle. But other than that, it's basically the exact same thing on both sides in a way. So if we take kind of a little up close look at it. So here's a side view. Some great nice shiny paint for the gold right there. The red looks really cool. And some great detail there. I love the little blue in there. Yeah, really cool detail. I'll show you all the little moving parts in a second, but yeah, really cool. And then again, same on the other side right here. It's like symmetrical there. From the top, that's your view right there. Looking like straight on, that's the most I can do. It's so long, but it looks really cool for sure. Show you the other side is like the same. It's hard to show, but here's the bottom right there, and I'll show you that in a second a bit more. But yeah, I mean, this thing is really cool looking. So there's a couple little, like these pieces are for the hands for the actual Robo, so that's why they're movable there. The wings, the box doesn't show this piece attached to it, but I mean, the instructions show it, so you can have it like this if you wanted to. I can't remember in the show exactly if it has the wings or not, or how accurate this is. I know the front part, I do remember the design of the front part. I know that is for sure accurate, but I can't remember specifically like the middle area, you know, how accurate that is to the show or not. But these wings do attach on right there if you want them. The only missing piece in the little train mode is the sword. So that, I'll just show you that up close right now. That's not, there's no place to like store it on there. Would have been kind of nice to have that there so you don't like lose this or something, but that's really the only missing piece there. Just for a quick little comparison, I will grab, here is the Diesel Ressha, just in terms of length. It is not quite as long, almost. I would say like the head piece right here is like how much longer it is. So it's close, but not quite. So that's the little Diesel Ressha right there, quick little comparison. I have the Deluxe Build Dio. Let me kind of do it like this since that one's taller. So if I do it like, if I align it straight up here, let's move that forward. There's a bit more of a distance there, so maybe about like up to here it kind of goes up to. So it's a bit more of a distance, so it's longer than that. So this seems to be the longest single Ressha that has been released. So there's that. And then of course you can, you know, if I grab like the red Ressha and all the others, I can line them all up. You know, here's the blue. So it's about the length of red and blue combined. That might be slightly longer. But yeah, just a little FYI there. I'll do some comparisons in the actual combined mode in a second. But the other thing that you can do with this is I can detach this piece here. Just like most of the other Ressha, you have like the small version of the Ressha, right? This little piece here. So there's this. And it looks pretty cool for sure. Looks pretty neat. Now the thing to realize about this is this is not compatible with the ToQger changer because there's no like buttons and stuff on the bottom. So like if I grab the red Ressha right here, you know, you have like those little tracks there which determine the sounds. So if I grab the ToQger changer, this thing does not fit. It does not fit in the ToQger changer, especially because of these little pieces on the wheels there. It won't fit, and the horns right there, like it doesn't fit. So there's that. So keep that in mind. It's not meant to fit. I mean, it's not one of the Super Sentai trains. It's one of the, you know, like the villain trains. So it's not meant for that. So just do keep that in mind. That is just one thing to note. But the nice thing about this is it's actually there's two of the same right here, basically. So the other side is the exact same thing. So if you wanted to compare, the exact same thing. Okay? So there is that. You can, actually I haven't even tried this. Can I stick it like this? So you can, because it is compatible with that same port right there, it can be combined with, you know, other Ressha. So you can do that. So that is kind of neat. I do like that. Okay, so there's that. But it does not have sounds in the ToQger changer, so do keep that in mind. All right. So let's connect that back. And then on this side. Now the other thing, actually no, I should not have done that, because the other thing that you can do is right here, I can fold out this back piece like this, okay? And then on this side, I'm gonna fold out that. And on this side, I'm gonna fold out that. And now I can connect the Ressha like this, which gives me a bit more, you know, like flexibility when I actually like move it around. And since this one, I can connect, you know, back like this. You also, if you wanted to, you can connect them with the front side as well. So I can have it like this if I wanted to. So I can do that if I wanted to connect it that way. And this will then even connect, you know, to any of the other Ressha, you know, however which way you wanted to connect them like that. So that is the same little universal connector thing there. But just to give you an idea, so this will kind of give you a bit more flexibility when you drive it around. This middle piece is still one giant piece, but it gives you a little bit more flexibility when you're kind of moving around the train. And it looks kind of neat. It's almost like a little snake if you do it like that. It's kind of cool. But anyways, that's one minor little thing that I wanted to point out that you can do there. Let's push that piece back and connect it. And same here. Some of these connectors are like pretty tight, so there you go. Okay, so there's that. So now how do you actually transform this thing? So let's do that now. So first things first, you're gonna take off the little wing piece or whatever you wanna call it, and we're gonna set that aside, okay? Now here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift this piece up, and inside is the hand. So you're gonna kind of pull that out, oops, like that. Okay, and then you can kind of lift this part back. This thing will move a little bit. And then you're gonna fold this back, like, kind of, you can push that down a little and then fold it back like so. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing here. You can lift that up, pull out the hand, and then we're gonna fold this back like that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're going to fold this like so. And I'm going to kind of lay this here so I can sort of prop up my camera a little bit, give you a better view, because this can be kind of tall. Now from here, you're going to twist those pieces inwards, and then these will fold up like so. Now, just like with ToQger, the feet part, you can't just pull down like this. You have to hold down this piece if you want to fold it back. So that gives it stability, so it's not going to collapse on you or anything. So that is nice. Then you're also going to kind of slightly tilt the legs outwards like so. Okay. On here, we're going to rotate. Oops, you can't even see. So this was like this. So we're going to rotate that. We're going to pull the horns down a little bit. They pull down so much and then they stop. Because when you actually connect them, there's like, they only turn so much. So they're going to go down like this. And the helmet goes down all the way like that. Okay. Then, on the inside, you're going to basically push this piece inwards. And it's going to kind of combine all together. But it's not going to stick until you have a connector. So you see how there's this little connector and there's this one here. Those two don't match, so you just fold one of them out. Doesn't matter which one. Both of them can fold out, but you don't want to fold both because then those won't match. So that one, oops, and this sometimes pops out, so do keep that in mind. So now they'll be able to connect. So the way that this chest piece folds in, I'll just kind of demonstrate it like this. If I push in the arm, or rather now I gotta pull the arm out, that piece goes in. So I can push the arm in, and that pops out. So I'm gonna just kind of reconnect it. Oops. Okay, and so that piece pushed in. Now I'm going to push the chest piece in, and it clicks, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to turn this around, and we're going to grab these wings here, and what you're going to do is you have these pegs, and they're going to go into the holes right there, but you're going to slide the wings kind of under the shoulder pad, so you can kind of lift them up a little bit, and these little grooves will go like right there, basically. So it kind of slides in, just like that, and then you just push to tighten it as long as it's lined up with the holes properly. There we go. And then you fold down the shoulder pad so it kind of covers the wing piece just like that. And there you have it, folks. This is the fully combined mecha right here. And this thing looks great. I mean, just look at it. I love the design of it. I think it looks really cool, really menacing, but really cool looking for sure. So I like this thing. Let's kind of take an up close look at it. So the helmet design looks great. I mean, the gold with the red just looks awesome right there. The chest design looks cool. There's a slight little gap there, and that bugs me a little bit, but that's how it's gonna be. So if you can get past that slight little line there, then it's not so much of a big deal. But yeah, I mean, some great detail there. I mean, just all in all, I love the design of this thing. I mean, it's not die-cast metal. It's pretty much the same material as the main, you know, kind of ToQger Ressha that you buy, but it still feels pretty solid, and it looks pretty solid too, which is great. Like, it looks like a premium item. Even though it's pretty light and it's not, you know, there's no die-cast metal or anything, it looks like it would have die-cast metal just because it just has a premium look to it, which is great. And there's all that piece there. So yeah, I mean, this thing just looks really cool. Look at that. I love like the back design here. He looks very, like he means business, you know? Just, I love this design for sure. Really cool. So in terms of what you can do with the articulation, the legs, I mean, they move down like this and out. They're supposed to be out like this for balance, but that's it. They don't move forward, back, anything. Just like most of the ToQger stuff, you're not going to get much articulation there. The arms will move forward about that much because the shoulder pad will move upwards a little bit. And they'll move back a little bit, but not any more than that because of like his little cape thing right there. So you can kind of do this. You can move the hands like this and pose that because of those little pieces there, but they do not rotate or anything. So you can kind of like do this and have them like ready to slice or something. But that's about the extent of it, which is actually not bad. I mean, it still is pretty decent for the ToQger stuff, at least, because ToQger mecha in general don't have much articulation, so it's somewhat okay in terms of that sense. But yeah, and then of course he does have his little sword here. So let's just have him hold it right there. So this is the Cryner Robo right there, and it just looks awesome. I love the way this thing looks. Oh man, look at that. It just, it has such a premium look to it. It's really cool. I cannot say that enough. I am very happy with it. As expensive as it is, it looks like it's worth that price, in my opinion, for sure. So that is really cool. So now I'm going to do some quick little comparisons with the other ToQger mecha as well. So let me grab those and let's compare. Alright, so I got a bunch of the ToQger Ressha all together here in mecha form. I might have mistransformed the diesel one. I don't remember if those legs are wrong, and I know I'm missing the little red car there. But anyways, so here they are, and as you can see, they're all roughly like basically the same height. So they all fit in very nicely. The Cryner Robo definitely fits in with these. I mean, it stands out because of how evil looking it is, but in terms of the height and the design of it, it kind of fits in with all the others. The only, oddball then is the Hyper Ressha Teo, which I'll just throw in there. And I can't really do a full comparison with that because it's just massive, but you get the idea right there. So, yeah, I mean, here they are right here. And again, they all look pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, real quick, I did want to show one or two things. I'll move these guys out of the way and focus on these two. The ToQger does have the little connector pieces from that Super Sentai Artisan, the light rail set right there. But I kind of wanted to switch out the little legs here and just see what that would look like, because again, they use the same connectors, right? So let's just try and switch out some legs and just have some fun with that and just see what happens. That looks pretty interesting right there, for sure. Really cool. And then again, I can just pop these in right here as well. That looks pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty hilarious right there. This just looks awkward, but this looks hilarious right there. So you can mix and match that if you want and have some fun with it. So, I guess that's kind of neat. That's pretty funny. The arms, though, since they're not like actual Ressha, you cannot do that for the arms. So do keep that part in mind. Let's reconnect those legs there. The other thing I did want to try real quick is let's just disconnect one of those and just attach one of these as the little arm piece. So I can do that if I wanted to. In fact, let's just do both of them just for the heck of it and just see what it looks like. So while I can't switch out the arms on this guy, I can switch out the arms on ToQger if I wanted. And if I wanted to like really get crazy with it, I could be like, I don't even know what kind of design that is. But you can really mess around with it for sure and come up with some crazy little combos. So that looks kind of interesting. Pretty cool. So, again, have some fun with it. There's a lot of different things that you can do with those, just like Zord Builder compatibility for Bandai America toys, but for ToQger you have the different Ressha that you can use. So it's kind of neat to be able to do that. But yeah, I also want to kind of just compare and contrast these two, because ToQger being the main one for the Sentai team, and then the Cryner Robo is the main one for your villain team here, and they both, have their own unique style to them, but it looks pretty interesting to have them together, and you can kind of have them like ready to fight. So you can display them like that or something if you wanted to. So you can kind of mess around with it and have some fun with your little displays and everything now, which is pretty cool. So I do like that for sure. But anyways, the main focus here is of course this Cryner Robo, and all in all, personally, I like it. I think it looks great. I think it looks really cool. But I think because it's a premium item, because there's that high price, not everybody's gonna want it. So it's one of those things where if you are a fan of ToQger and you're considering it, I would say go for it, because I think it's really cool looking. But if you're kind of, if you were sort of iffy on ToQger, you weren't too big on the mecha, then nah, you can maybe pass on him. Unless you just really like the way he looks, because he does look pretty awesome. So, it's kind of personal preference in a way, but I can understand why they made him a premium item, because not everybody's going to want him. People are going to want more of the main, Sentai ones. But I do hope they continue this trend, because I like it. I think it looks great, and I am very happy with it for sure. So that is my review. If you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments below, and I will be happy to try and answer them for you. But like I said, I personally think this thing looks great. And I don't even know how to display him, honestly. I'm like debating, because he looks awesome like this, but the Ressha form looks awesome as well. I might only display it like this because I just don't have space for the long, Ressha form, but still, that does look awesome. So I love all of the forms that this guy takes, so definitely pretty cool. But this is it, folks. This is my last ToQger review, and it might be my last Super Sentai review. I do not plan on buying stuff for Ninja. It just, this stuff is expensive to import, and I can't continue to afford to do that, unfortunately. So I hope you all enjoyed my ToQger reviews. It's been an absolute pleasure to do that. Whether you like the Sentai or not, personally, I haven't even watched most of ToQger, to be honest, but I love the train concept, and whether they adapted in Power Rangers or not, I'm very happy that I imported ToQger toys for sure. I'm loving them. They're amazing. So I'm happy about it, but I think I'm going to have to end it, on that note, and I don't think I'm going to be getting more Super Sentai stuff. Maybe the little things here and there, but I just can't continue to do that. But I thank you all for all the support and watching my ToQger reviews. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed this little review right here, since not everybody's going to be getting this item because the high price. So I hope you all enjoyed it. That's that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.